we go.
You are now entering a world of inflationary resistance. Welcome to the future of finance. Hey. Better fix your screen. Keep that boy tuned into Crypto Kings. Time to live those dreams. Everybody tuned into Crypto Kings. Let's go. Yeah. Get your coin game up. Man, get your coin game up. I want the money, baby, not fame. Hey, yo, Frost, what's good on the blockchain? Huh.
Yeah, your boy Jack Frost back in the building for another episode on the local Detroit networks, baby. Cable. I got a special guest in the house down from Florida. He down in Orlando right now. We've been back and forth communicating for a minute, doing our thing through a mutual friend and all that. Will Covington, what's going on, bro?
I'm great, man. How you doing?
I mean, I'm doing real good. It took me a minute. I'm a little late, but
that's okay.
We got it. We got it in position.
Okay. That's what we want to know.
Yeah. So, what we're gonna do? I just want to. We're gonna get off rip right now. What you doing? What you been doing? Give a little background on what you're doing so people get up to speed before we go further.
Well, I've been producing projects, and I've been involved with the Grammys for a lot of different days and years or whatever. But now they just invited me a month ago for 5 more years. So I'm really proud of that. And we also have a new chairman, president of the Grammys, who is Harvey Mason Jr. So he's making a lot of changes in it, and it's going to be better. We had our ups and downs in the Grammys, but now it looks like it's going to be more diverse, and we'll be able to do more things for people of color that's in it.
Well, that's what's up right there. Now, I know you've been in the game for a minute, and you produce for a lot of probably famous people. And I mean, when I went down to Miami with you, you already was plugged in with Khaled and all them, all them. But let's go deeper. Let's go a little deeper. Didn't you say you used to work with Barry White back in the day?
Well, Barry White was a good friend of mine. He was a very good friend of mine. But also, I was B.B. King's drummer.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I played with B.B. King, but Barry White and a lot of the major artists, Smokey Robinson, all those guys, man, we know each other. The Commodores, I did shows with the Commodores, touring with the Commodores. My band was Betty Wright's backup band. Over the years, I've done so much in the music industry. I've been in the music industry 53 years.
Wow.
Yeah. And that means ever since I was 65, I'm not 65, 1965, ever since from 1965 until now. And I'm still in the music business, and I love it. And you know how they say in baseball is very, very good to me. Well, music is very, very good to me.
Right. Well, it sounds like it. So like, let's dig into it. Like, what was it? Can you give us any particular stories about B.B. King or anything you could come off the top of your brain with that'd be interesting, or even Barry White, anybody that you dealt with? What's the story that you remember?
I can tell you incidents. Some incidents that I probably shouldn't even talk about, but I'm gonna tell you how B.B. King and I connected. What happened, the way B.B. King and I connected was the fact of two guys. I don't know if you guys, any of you young people out there probably don't know who she is, but Candace Staten. And she had a song I called Stand By Your Man, but her producer, which was Dave Crawford, that was his name. And then the Shirelles producer name that was Luther Dixon. Well, at that time, what happened, both of those guys came to Miami and they needed to have a studio to work in. So I asked them, I said, okay, well, y'all my friend, come on in and work. So I let them come in the studio and do whatever kind of situation they wanted to do. I didn't, my wife and I, we did not even go back there in the office or in the studio part to see what they were doing. We just stayed, let them go. Hey, they my friends, so do what you want to do. And they went in and they made some music, but then when they came out, they said, we'll thank you, but we can't pay you. I said, whoa. I said, okay. I said, you can't pay me? They said, no, we don't have any money. I said, okay, well, don't worry about it. I said, your friends of mine, don't worry about paying me, man. I ain't worried about that. Anyway, I would have never let you go back there. But anyway, they went on and they recorded and they left. But they said on the way going out, they said, well, we will repay you. They didn't say when, and they didn't even say how. They just say we will pay you. So I said, okay, but me, I didn't. It was my wife and I. It was our situation. We didn't care whether they paid us or not because they were friends. So, and they was in the music business. So we look out. Some of us look out for each other. So anyway, what they did, they came back 2 years later. And when they came back 2 years later, what they did, they said, well, we can't pay you. So I put my hand out. Where the money? They said, well, we don't have any money, but we got something else better than money. I said, what? They said, well, B.B. King's over at the other studio waiting on you to come play drums. I said, no, man, y'all bullcrap. He said, no, man, we for real. I said, okay, let me see. But in the meantime, when he said that, I had my wife, because I belong to the American Federation of Musicians. So I had her to fill out the paperwork for the studio, see, so that I would get studio rates instead of somebody just saying, here, $50 and you good, just because I'm playing for B.B. King. So anyway, she filled out the paperwork and everything. And I went over to the studio, and sure enough, he was there sitting on the sofa. And he said, are you Will? I said, yes, I'm Will. He said, okay. He said, well, let me see what you could do. So, but by me having the experience of being taught how to read by Jackie Gleason, that's another guy, Jackie Gleason, his drummer, taught me how to read music. That's very important in the industry if you want to go farther. So he taught me how to read drum music. And for a set, because I already knew how to read drum music for a snare drum and all that. I learned that, when I was in high school. But anyway, I went on and played, and he said, well, can you play this here? So he played, he gave me the idea of what song and how he wanted it, how he wanted the drums to sound on the thing, So I sat there and I played that song. And what it intrigued him to the point where he said, do you want to play on the entire album? I'm like, in my mind, I'm saying, yeah, I do. But, you can't act like you hungry for it. You know what I mean?
Right.
So
you need some money.
Went on. I went on and said, yeah, I'll do it. And he let me play on this entire album. So I played on the entire album. But what I did not know, that album was going to win a Grammy. The song, My Guitar Sing the Blues, was, it won a Grammy, but the album was the best song of the year in 1985, and I was the drummer. And man, what happened is, that's the first time I ever got paid $3,000 in one day. And had my name on the album and everything, and also received the royalties as a performer on the album. Every time that album sold, I received the performance royalties. So, I mean, I was like, whoa, this is what I need to be doing. But anyway, that's how that occurred with B.B. King. Yeah. So, that's one of the intriguing things about being in this industry. You never know where your blessings coming from.
Oh, you definitely.
Yeah.
That's amazing. And I think, like, I don't even want to say nothing in this interview right now. I just want to let you talk and go through what you can, because you got history locked in your brain right now, man.
Yeah, if I can think of it. As old as I am, sometimes I forget what the heck I'm about to say, because I've been doing it so long till I can't go all the way back. I can go back to 1965. I can go back to 1965 when I was playing with the Ink Spots. A friend of mine named Frankie Say, I'll never forget him and his brother. I'll never forget any of them, because they all were fantastic musicians, but they were musicians with the Ink Spots. And what happened is, during that time, I was in school, and I was in high school, and my mom said, hey, you can play drums and you can go and work with them, but when it's time to go to school, you got to go to school. You can work with them in the summer. So Frankie, because he was a good friend of the family, he said, okay, he was the music director for the Ink Spot. So he said, okay, what I'll do, Will, he said, I have another drummer to play. I have another drummer to play in the wintertime and during the summer while school is out, you can come and play. I say, oh, great, man. And my mom, she loved that part because I got out of her hair in the summer,
Mm-hmm.
So anyway, I ended up playing with them, and I played with them until 1969. 1969, I decided I had made a lot of money. To tell you how much money I made, in 1965, I'm 15 years old. I had a brand new car, but no driving license. But I had a new car, and I would be careful where I drove. Back then, the police didn't stop you as much, as they do now. But back then, they didn't really stop you that much and harass you about nonsense. So
Right.
I ended up, I kept that car. But in 1969, going up further, in 1969, what I decided to do, I said, man, look, I can't keep doing this. I want me a record label, just like everybody else. So it's only 2 black major record labels in the country, and that was Solar Records with Dick Griffey and Motown with Barry Gordy. But in Miami, there was another one called Deep City Records. It was another label in Miami called Deep City Records. Okay. So I said, all right, then what I do then, I'm gonna start my own record label too. So what I decided to do when I decided to start the record label, I ended up being like, not knowing the business. So you know what happened? I got beat out of all my money.
It sounds about right.
Yeah, because I didn't know anything about the business. I know how to
Right.
play drums, but I didn't know nothing about the music business other than playing and getting a check at the end when I finished playing. So, but that's in 1969. So in 1972, I got my first record deal. I guess they probably heard about me, but I had people at that time telling me that I'm moving too fast. I'm talking about some African American people telling me I'm moving too fast. I'm saying, how can I be moving too fast? I'm trying to grow like y'all. Now they already in position of professionalism in the industry, but evidently some people be threatened. They don't want you to get in the same situation that they're already in making money,
Right.
So what I did, I said, okay, well, this is how y'all want to do it. But I got the record deal anyway in 1972. And I dealt with that record deal there. And I started a group called Raw Soul Express. And when we started that group in Raw Soul Express, I'm one of the original founders and member of that group, Raw Soul Express. And we ended up having a lot of great records. And but what happened, I've learned a lot about the business at the same time. So by me learning a lot about the business at the same time, this is what happened. 1976, the copyrights law changed to another copyrights law. So that means all the music that was done from 1972 to 1976 was under the old copyrights law. That's why young people got to know the business and know how the business worked. So when that law changed, what that meant was that all the music that was done and that was copyrighted by that really, we didn't know that much about the business at that time. We were young and excited about having a record deal till people just steal your stuff. So they took the music, but we did have the copyright. So the copyright law, once it changed, that just meant that the people that had the music before, they can only keep it 25 years. But see, what happened is you never know how God worked. So God kept us here. I'm still here now. So that meant that 25 years later, I was able to get our music back. Okay. So we ended up getting the music back then. But at the same time, 1980, I made a song called Freebase. In 1980, that's when freebasing started out in California. But at the same time,
I said the crack epidemic, yeah.
Yeah. But it started, you know, it's a difference between crack and freebasing. Freebasing has some real cocaine. Crack had all kind of chemicals and stuff mixed in
Okay,
it.
okay. I didn't know
Okay,
that.
yeah. Well, I'm telling you know, hey, maybe I shouldn't be talking about this, but anyway,
Yeah,
uh,
we gotta know. We gotta know.
but anyway, what happened is from that situation, we made a song called Freebase, and it went like freebase all over your face, set your mind on fire if that's your desire. You know, and then we went. All you gotta do is put it in the pipe. When you fire up, make it feel real fine. Freebase all over your face. That was the hook to the song. That doggone song blew up, man. I guess because everybody was freebasing. I wanted to know what freebasing was, and that thing blew up, boy. But it also blew up with Richard Pryor because it blew him up.
Wow, wow.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? That's when he caught fire, freebasing. Yeah. But anyway, I mean, God bless Richard Pryor. He was a funny guy. But anyway, so we did that, and man, we got super, super, super popular with that song. But that song there, what we did, we got a release from the record label. We had a release already, but we went back to that label just to record that one song. We recorded that one song. Then we got another release from them. And in 1982, we started, well, actually let me go back a couple of years. 1979, we started our own record label, EGI Records. Okay. So when we started our own record label, and my wife and I, when we started that, what happened is we got that record label going, and we decided, okay, let's put out another song on our record label with a different name, because at that time, the name of the band when we did Freebase was called Wisdom, Wizzzdom, Wisdom. Okay. Well, what happened is we found out we could not use that name Wisdom because it was a group out of New Jersey that were called Wisdom, but theirs was Wisdom. So what happened with them being that and our Wisdom being so close to their name, we couldn't really use that and get the popularity that we needed. So what we did in 1982, we come out with another song and changed the group name to Omari, which was named after my son. And my son, he was born in 1982. So we just named the song, named the group after him. But let me go back a little bit, and I'm going to tell you something that is going to intrigue you a little bit. The Raw Soul Express, the Wisdom Band, and Omari all had the same members. There's three different names, three different group names.
Wow. It's funny how stuff, you don't know, but now you know. That's crazy.
Yeah, but everybody don't do that, but we was able to accomplish that.
Right.
And we did that, and we ended up. The song became an international hit. Matter of fact, the song is playing still today, since 1982. But what we did in 1985, along with what I was doing with B.B. King, we ended up leasing that song to a record company in London for $100,000 back then. We leased it for them for $100,000 for 5 years. So that was basically like $20,000 a year. But we didn't care because, hey, what we're going to do? We can't go over there and move it the way we want it to. So let them do it. And they ended up putting on the movie, and it became an international hit. Okay. Wow. Which we still got the royalties and everything for it. So after the 5 years was up, we got the song back. And we still own the rights to that song now. And we got so many people still trying to buy that song from us. But my wife is constantly saying, no. So we're not doing it. And what we're going to do, we're going to put it out again, God willing. And I'm going to have my son to rap out on it this time, though. We're going to do it a different way. We're going to bring it up to date and have our son, to rap on it. We're going to do that. But after that, as we coming up into the 90s, what happened is we began to tour with all the different crews, with the Commodores, with Richard Dimples Fields, with Betty Wright. But I mean, we toured with Roger the South. I mean, we toured with some of everybody. Okay. But and we still was running the business too. And we ended up coming out better than we, thought we would ever be. I'm talking about company wise. Group wise, guys get to being so popular till they get to, well, this guy want to do jazz, this guy here want to do blues, this guy here want to do pop. You understand what I'm saying? Because we had a diverse band. It had black, white, and Spanish people in it. Okay. So what happened is Gwen and I said, okay, that's what they want to do. That's what they want to do. Hold on 1 second, please.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, now I'm good. That's a call from one of the producers that I work with. But anyway, I said, okay, what I'm gonna do is, I'm gonna go ahead on and we're gonna start promoting and producing shows. So that's what we started. We started ending up producing shows. I don't remember. Was that was in the 80s when I first met you, wasn't it?
In the 80s?
Was it in the 80s or the 90s?
No, we met in 2000 and something.
Oh, that's what that was, man. See, I can't see. Yep. I'm telling you,
you did too much. You didn't did too much.
Yeah.
We met, I think, in 2006 or something like that.
Yeah, cause we did Uncle Al's event.
Yeah, Peace in the Hood Festival with DJ Khaled, Trina, Pitbull, all them, and
Yeah.
Yep. Yeah. So yeah. But I know you done did a lot, and see, we didn't even get to go into everything. We got about 6 minutes left on this segment. I might have to do another show with you because we got so much to talk about.
Okay. All right. Okay.
But I wanted to get into like what your son is doing because I like the music, and I know that you're doing a lot of new stuff. I'm glad we got to go over the history of what you've been doing, and we probably didn't even tap into like 5% of it yet. I know we didn't.
Right. I got Go ahead.
No, you go ahead.
Yeah, well, I got a new artist. Her name is Nina Sky. I think I sent you the product. Caught Me by Surprise, that song.
Yeah.
Yeah, I sent that to you. And then I just recently sent you my son's new song called Double Dribble. I think Double Dribble for the hip hop artist would be a good thing for that type of situation in the club situation, because especially now that basketball season getting ready to come up, you know. But Nina Sky, I met her at BB King's club, and I sat there and I watched her perform and sing and everything, and I really fell in love with the quality that she had and what she was doing. So I said, so I talked to her and I asked her, I said, could I work with you? Can I produce you and everything? So she said, yeah, I've been wanting somebody to work with me. So I said, okay, let me see. So what I did, I called a friend of mine that do a lot of things up in Philadelphia that work with the OJs and all of them that had the same studio basically. So I asked him, I said, well, hey man, I say, send me a track that I can work on and reproduce some of the parts of the track with a new singer that I have. So he said, okay, can she sing? I said, yeah, man, and she don't even need no pitch control or nothing in the studio. So I ended up, he sent me the track. I sent it to her. She wrote lyrics to it. I ended up getting it, listened to it. I said, okay, let's go in the studio and do this. So we went in and we put it together and we did it. But that's a live band too now. That's not no digital stuff. That's a live band.
I listened to it. I was like, this is a deep sound right here. This is some R&B soul right here.
Yeah. So, well, that's what I do. I have to have, I'm from the old school, so I don't want all that digital stuff. That's for hip hop artists.
Right. I understand that completely. Yeah, she got a nice song. I checked it out, and she got a nice voice and everything. And then, like I said, I know you working with your son, and it's funny that we got a song up here called "Dribble" too. That was produced by one of my people named Duke Man, and he got a song. He did it with Gucci Man.
Okay.
And they got a song called "Dribble," so I was just like, okay, I feel you,
Yeah.
But yeah, we got but we didn't even get to go. We didn't even get to go into like your promote. And so you say you produce. As far as production, as far as production go, see, we only got 3 minutes left, and I hate this. I hate to start a whole new conversation. I can't get into it like
don't get into it. We let's call me another time. We can do this again. Yeah.
And I also want to interview your son if it's possible, and we can get some other stuff going and some other artists that you're dealing with down there.
Okay.
And I know you got the IMG record label, the Inferno music group popping.
Right. Mm-hmm.
Do you got any other artists that you're dealing with besides Nina and your son right now?
I have 16 artists, man.
Wow.
It's just that those two basically what I was concentrating with for this particular segment.
I got you.
Well, he's going to be next on the next segment, but I got different artists, man. I got a hip hop group, duo, female and male called Pizza and La, and they be all over the place. Matter of fact, they'll be going back out to California next week. They be doing all these big festivals and stuff. There's a lot of things. And Raw Soul Express in March will be going back to Europe because that's where they be touring at most of the time. And I'm their manager, so I manage these groups too.
Okay. Well, yeah, we got to go deep in that on another segment because I know we didn't even touch what I wanted. I had a whole bunch of other questions I wanted to ask you, but you got so much. You got more than I knew that you had in your head. See, shout out to Lou Walker for hooking me up with you, but he ain't telling me he was doing. See, he don't tell you everything. He just tell you.
No.
He's like, yeah, you need to hook up with my man, and you know how Lou is.
Yeah.
So that's what it is. Any shout outs, or how to get a hold of you or whatever you want to do in the last minute, and then I'm gonna go ahead to the credits.
Yeah, if you want to look at imgrecords.net, you can see that's my website. You can go to that website, and the contact information is right on there. But you can call me directly if you're interested and you're serious about talking. Then you can call me at 321-662-9039, or you can email me at IMG Records, but don't email me there. Email me at infernomusicgroup.wc@gmail.com. Okay.
All right. Well, that's what it is. This is the end of the show. I appreciate you coming on, man. I'm gonna get back with you on another level. We're gonna do it again.
No problem, brother. Thank you very much. Thank you.
All right.
I'm ready to do it again with you. All right.
All right. Let's get it.
Okay. Mike, let me call you back. I just finishing up a Zoom. Okay. Call you right back. Okay.
Welcome to the future of finance.
All right, we done, man. I'm gonna get with you later on. I'm gonna send the show to you when we done.
All right. Okay then. Take care.
Everybody tuned into Crypto King. Get your coin game up. Man, get your coin game up. I want the money, baby, not fame. Hey, yo, Frost, what's good on the block?